Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I'm using the Wandering Star Tarot for our reading today. I'll choose some cards from the Wandering Star Tarot, and I'll also choose one from Anna Stark's pack as well. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. There is a powerful dynamics in astrology today and for the rest of August. Today Chiron is retrograding in Taurus in a conjunction or in a communication with the sun. So Chiron is the spiritual healer, and the sun is shining its light on all aspects of our life that need healing. Old relationships suddenly shift, and it can feel a bit unstable. But this is Uranus, so it's the planet of change and the miraculous. So whatever is occurring in your life at this moment, just stay centered. Know that it will pass. This is a time where the universe is shifting us all onto our own vibrational timeline, and some people may be falling away, which can be a little bit unnerving, but light is being shown on where there could be some codependency, some out of alignment in relationships, where they've just finished their course. So whatever is going on, and it will be, there we go, the Five of Wands coming out again. It's that conflict. So whatever is going on in your life, know that we're being guided, and when we are going through these transitions, it can feel that we want to go into conflict, but it's pointless. There's no benefit at all just to step back and allow things to transpire in the most aligned way that we can. So I'm asking for a message for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. We have the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, the Tower, and the Hanged Man. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Wands. So the Ace of Pentacles. So we have this difference. There's some kind of energy that is bringing up some conflicts. So whatever is going on, and wherever these conflicts are, whether it is we are seeing something and remembering whatever we see in another is within us. Maybe we're seeing something that we have been out of alignment, and this relationship's been out of alignment, and it's time to let that go now, because we're all moving and shifting through different timelines. Our souls may have finished that experience, that soul experience together, and it is to just bow gracefully, let go, bring ourselves into alignment. Then from that we have the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, and this is beginnings of prosperity. So maybe we've been holding on to old relationships without realizing the energy that it is taking, that we are putting into that relationship that is not being reciprocated. And as we start to come back into alignment with ourselves, wonderful new beginnings, prosperity, everything in our life starts to balance out. So we start to feel in alignment. We start to feel the energy that we've been given and given and given start to come back. There's a tower moment, and this is a falling away of everything that isn't of love and that is out of alignment. So the tower is bringing this release with relationships, a change of career, change of the way we view things, the change within us, because something is activating, something very powerful is activating within us, and it's going to work its course. And the most easiest and healing way is as Uranus and Chiron is in retrograde in Taurus, Uranus also in retrograde, so bringing up things that are shining a light on ourselves, on every relationship and every situation in our lives, and giving us the support to actually rise above or step away in whichever way, shape or form it is occurring in our lives. And this is the Hanged Man asking us to really, wherever there is conflict, wherever someone does something to us that is disrespectful, that is really uncalled for, it's time to look at that relationship, regardless of any other people that are involved. It's how a person actually treats us, and if that is in a way that is hurtful, when we have only supported this person or this situation or whatever, however it may be coming to you, it's time to put it down. I'm seeing the vision of a injured animal, and if we keep touching that animal, it's going to bite us and bite us until we actually stop. We take our, because if we don't, if we keep going into that energy, we just get hurt. So that is a part of us that's going into a self-sabotage. Is a part of us wanting to fix someone based on our own pain. So a powerful time of alignment, especially with Chiron in Taurus, with Uranus. Also the sun shining there on our wounds, on anything that's not in alignment with us, to really step back and allow the old paradigms, those old relationships that there has been that codependency or that are out of alignment in any way, shape or form, and that's not going into resistance. Just step back. This is the card of Neptune, the card of our imagination. So regardless of what we're finding ourselves in, what situation we're finding ourselves, because we'll be facing something completely different. We're all unique. So whatever is being shown to us now, it's to look at it, to take responsibility of the energy we've put into it as well. We are none of us are how can I put this? None of us, all of us have got some part to play in our relationships. And as we step back and own it and know that where we have gone out of alignment. We're surveying it, we bring ourselves back in alignment, and this is the beauty of Leo, the sun in Leo. It gives us the confidence to stand back in our light, regardless of what anybody else may be thinking on or how they are behaving. It's time to take our power back now, bringing it back from past lives, this life, bringing it back where we've gave and gave and gave, out of going into rescuer, out of trying to save somebody from our own pain. Because if we're projecting something onto another that is unfair, or some kind of suffering, if we are seeing that in another, it's actually within us to come back in, draw our energy in, while everything now is starting to crumble. And the Tower card is not one of fear. It's actually a powerful card. It's things are coming in. It's a major arcana. The Hangman, Neptune, the planet of dreams and our intuition and our imagination, asking us to, okay, let go of everything that's crumbling at this moment. Even if it's come and it's really come as a shock, because none of us saw it coming. We're being asked to just use our imagination, connect with the divine, use our imagination to stay focused what's important to us, what is important to our hearts, to our well-being, to our loved ones, to everyone around us. Stay what is important, and bringing ourselves back into alignment with that and focusing on that. And then the Knight of Swords is a change of thought. We're seeing things differently, especially with Venus and the Sun are conjunct tomorrow. Venus is in her retrograde. Both the Sun and Venus are in Regulus, so they're conjunct with the heart of Leo. Again, taking us back into our hearts, really looking at what's going on within there. The light shining, its spotlight, the sun shining its spotlight into our heart. And where have we been going into old behaviors of especially in relationships? So there's a change of thought, a change of things now. The light that's coming in is bringing through enlightenment. So we're seeing things differently. And as long as we stay in our heart and not project anything onto anyone, so no matter how we are feeling, if somebody's being kind to us, don't be hostile, because that is a distortion. We're projecting onto somebody who hasn't done anything. We're projecting our pain onto them, and it's all in it's coming from an illusion within us, within everyone around us. So being open, being honest, looking into our hearts with the vision of what is important to us. And then the Three of Wands, stay in that focus. She's looking through her binoculars into the horizon. It may not be here. And things that are playing out now, situations that are playing out, they're what we have manifested, each and every one of us. And it's about, you know, feeling the discomfort of whatever we are, situations that we have put ourselves in, feeling the discomfort, but then changing and using our imagination to focus on our talents, our gifts, our evolution. So we're on this platform, and I just see this portal of energy that is drawing things up for us to see. So even though we're in this reality, we are choosing and focusing on an expansion of everything that's good in our lives. We're focusing on that heavenly vision, and that is a chord that's going up into that higher timeline. So as we start to move through this vortex that we're all moving through and things being shifted, we start to hit a membrane. So halfway through this vortex there's a membrane, and we could very easily go back into the old. But as we push through this membrane, our visions become stronger, our visions become clearer, and we have that vision, and we have the power, the divine power of motivation to actually push through that membrane. So then we start to attain and step into those visions. So this is a crucial time of not stepping into victimhood, which can be really easy when there is some kind of conflict going on around us. Regardless of what conflict is, we've played some part in that. And to step out of it, let everything fall away. Don't stand in a place of you're wrong, they're right, however it may be, whatever opinion we may have about anyone in any situation. It's bringing our power back into this moment and letting everybody go on the merry way as things start to fall away. The hangman asking us to not make any rash decisions, to actually bring in our angels, our guides, our loved ones in spirit, and listen to their guidance, not the guidance of our old emotions that are going into separation. So we've all been given the opportunity to step into conflict during this time, and if we step into that conflict, we've gone into duality. We have weakened ourselves. If it's a relationship in our marriage, whether it's a relationship with whoever, when we hold the truth and we sink into our heart, which is Venus is asking us to do as she makes this transition into the shadow side. She's going into she's in a retrograde, but going in and disappearing behind the sun. And as she goes into that, she's going into the underworld. We're all going into the underworld, and we'll come out. We're going into the underworld naked, letting go. No defense, no judgment, no nothing. We're going into the underworld naked. And as she starts to reappear, so from Sunday she starts a whole new 8-year cycle. So we're at the Venus point on Sunday tomorrow. Powerful, powerful day. for us to keep focused on our vision. And then we have the Nine of Cups, our wishes being fulfilled, which is what we're being told constantly. Just stay focused, let things fall away. Look at any toxic relationships, and this is in our friends, or because if we are going into resistance with our loved one, our partner, then we are going into resistance with ourselves, and we'll only take those problems into other relationships that we move into. When we see everyone that's in our life is our teacher and is teaching us where we have come out of alignment, not where they're out of alignment, and not where they're doing anything wrong at all, where we have gone into that illusion and slipped into that illusion and come completely out of alignment. As we bring ourselves back into alignment, and that is not to go into resistance, it is to honour where we are, honour where everybody else is, but making sure we are not coming out of alignment to we're not coming out of alignment to weaken ourselves. We are staying in a place of faith and trust and love and in our heart. So I'm just seeing the healing of holding our heart and our solar plexus as we're going through this powerful shifts. Things are going to start changing all around us. Relationship dynamics, career dynamics, everything's starting to change now. And ultimately, it's because this is what we've wished for. We're being prepared for everything that we have been wishing for. So conflict, us giving and giving and giving to someone and being disrespected, it's not in the fifth dimension. It really isn't. When we are giving and giving and giving and there is no acknowledgement. Giving and giving and there's always an excuse why they can't give you that acknowledgement. It's time to realise that we've gone into victim. We've gone into begging for some appreciation, and as we bring that in and know that as we stop that, the world doesn't end. People may fall away because we're taking our power back, but that's okay. That is okay. That is the best for them and it's the best for us. And then there we have the Nine of Cups. So whatever's going on in any relationship dynamic, this is the debating differences. We can point a finger saying they're wrong, everybody's wrong, but we're all right. Then we are holding and staying in that illusion and that separation. When we honour that we've had a part to play in every toxic relationship, every conflict, we have had a part to play. And as we take ownership of that, and no more am I stepping into any kind of conflict or separation, then we start to bring ourselves into alignment. And no matter what is going on, ultimately this card is the emotional wish card. It's our emotions coming calm, or seeing things in a new perspective, far greater than what we did before, when we were appeasing everyone, when we were saying it's okay to disrespect us. It's not okay for anybody to disrespect us. Absolutely not. And however that is making us feel, to take our power back, and not to go in anger and tell them that you're disrespecting me, because that is an essence of us that is living out that experience. It's to take our energy back and to allow it to go over our head, and to create the energy of not stepping into that again. And so if there's somebody, and this is the Venus, the Sun, Chiron, showing us this, and that whatever energy we place into our relationships is that's us creating the dynamics of that relationship. So we're having a boost of healing, a powerful boost of healing, where we are taking back our power, really coming into that heart space, holding our heart, holding our solar plexus as we are receiving this healing. Chiron is the sacred healer, and in this powerful energy of the Sun, Leo, Venus, Chiron, Jupiter in Taurus, expanding us, wanting us to expand into our vision. So anything that's not there of this energy is going to fall away. Don't grasp on. Don't grasp on. Let it go. Take your power back. Feel the energy of every essence of your soul coming back into this moment. Feel the power, not in any anger, not in any one-upmanship, not in any they're wrong, we're right, just in this honor, honoring who we are, bringing it back, anchoring it in, and knowing that if somebody does disrespect us, where are we bringing that in? Where are we allowing that to happen? Because ultimately, it's a reflection. It's a powerful time of healing. We do not, we are not here to carry and appease and worry and get concerned about what anyone thinks. It's what we think of ourselves ultimately. And lots of shifts are occurring. Lots of fingers will be pointing because we've changed. And that will cause some conflict in people. But that's okay. That's their healing, that's our healing. So today is a day of really honouring our soul, honouring our spirit, honouring our hearts, honouring our path, and let everything fall away like old garments falling and just falling off us that we have got, that have grown, they've grown tattered, and we are weary in those garments. It's letting them fall away, stepping into our garments of light, moving on and focusing on our divine connection, not on wherever our mind and energy may be going into separation or conflict, coming back and knowing that ultimately there is obviously some conflict going on, and that this is the energy showing us where we have stepped out of alignment, not where anybody else has stepped out of alignment, where we have stepped out of alignment through our own unhealed trauma. And taking the healing, taking in this downpouring of healing from the cosmos, because from the Lion's Gate things coming to the surface. And you may have sailed through the Lion's Gate. That is wonderful, but if you've not, then know that's wonderful too. This is all healing. We're all going through a shift, and these shifts can come with sudden change that can cause some kind of conflict in people, because we are no longer, with the work that we've done and the healing that we've done, we're no longer those people that will be disrespected, because that is not why we're here. And regardless of any conflict that may be going on around us and how people treat us because of any kind of conflict, it's time to come back into alignment and really take our power back. So I'm sending you so much love. It's a very deep time, lots of things changing. Don't grasp, don't try and defend ourselves or anyone to anyone, because in doing so we hold on to those old karmic cycles that we will keep coming back and visiting lifetime after lifetime. And I'm sure none of us who are watching this want to keep coming back in these dynamics and letting go of the fear of, if we change, that it's going to if we change, the only thing that will fall away is what is not of love. True love will stay. It will stay, and we will respect each other regardless of what's going on in our outside world. We will respect each other. We will view ourselves and each other as one soul, maybe in a different body, seeing things and doing things differently, but we'll honour them. And so a powerful energy, but from it, as Venus will start to rise, and she comes out of her retrograde. It's around the 4th of September. And at that time, Jupiter starts to slow down and go in retrograde. So there's this powerful transitioning stage where we are being assisted and given the opportunity to find out who we are, not based on what anybody else thinks, but finding out who we are and honouring that. So I'm sending so much love. Oh yes, and I'll choose one from Anna Stack's pack as well for some guidance through this powerful time of transformation. Sacred Divinity. There are two paths ahead. There's the path where we can go back into the old cycle and go down with what's going on, or we can focus on using our imagination to visualize the absolute best, but not just for us, everyone in our reality. It's not, we're here in that way to support each other, not to pick and choose. So there's two paths. There's the divine and following our soul, or we can follow our head and those judgments and those criticisms, and they're wrong, this is right, they're dark, they're light, and getting all lost in that, going down those rabbit holes. Or we can let that go now and know that there is divine light there for us to connect with our sacred divinity, with the truth that we're all one, and as within, so without. What we do to another, we're actually doing to ourselves. If we're going into conflict with another, we're actually going into conflict with ourselves. It's based on our history, it's based on our perception. It's actually showing us who we are if we're going into a conflict with another. If we find it so uncomfortable to be in a presence of another, we have to look at ourselves about that, because we've gone into something within us that is in need of healing. And the base of the pack is energy signature. The past is in the present. So whatever we are viewing here is coming from way back. It's an energy signature from the past that we that keeps presenting itself for us to learn from, not to go back into wrestling with it and wrestling with ourselves. And in this moment we can change the past, we can change those conflicts and find some peace with ourselves, and that will emanate all around us. And the message that's coming through so powerful from spirit and our guides, our loved ones, is peace is the antidote. Regardless of what's going on, find peace within, keep ourselves into alignment, regardless of what is occurring in our outside world. We're here, we are separating from the third dimension, and we can't separate if we're still holding on to any kind of debate or separation in the higher dimensions. And as we are pushing through that membrane, as we are focusing on using our imagination and focusing on beautiful visions, a beautiful world, we will start to transcend into that. And we're at that point of we're coming through this vortex and we're hitting this membrane that will keep grabbing us back to create the old scenarios of that person needs me, I need to go and help them, I'm going to spend 20 minutes helping them, when that person can step in and forget about all that, forget about it. So we know we are out of alignment, and I'm going through this myself, so if you're going through the same, know that we're all going through it on some level, and we are repeating our history. And the base of the pack is ground our light, really ground our light in this moment, not going into the triggers, not ground our light, sit and ground and breathe, like these emotions, these feelings, whatever's happened, just keep grounding and let it work through us. Chiron is here, the healer, bringing that healing in, grounding ourselves, feeling that vulnerability. And know there's so much wisdom in whatever we're traveling through at this moment. And then channel your knowledge. Look at the light coming in. If we've gone into that thinking, we are blocking this healing from coming in. Go into nature, open up. Know that we are here housing a soul, and our soul is on this immense journey, and ultimately our soul is going back into the oneness of Christ, of God, the goddess, of the divine. So it's moving and taking us, and we are fighting. We're fighting everybody out there. Maybe you're not, but if you are, we can be fighting everybody out there, and our soul is saying, peace, make peace, make peace, because the only person we're fighting with is ourselves and what we think is happening, our perception of what's happening, and only God knows. Only that person knows the true essence and the truth of everything around that person. So there we go. Channel this energy. Allow this healing downloads, this attunement to high vibrational healing to occur, regardless of where we're finding ourselves at the moment. We're moving through this membrane, and as we sit in peace, sit in acceptance, sit in forgiveness, holding on to our heart and our solar plexus, breathing through it, and we'll come out. We'll push through that membrane all together. We'll come out into that expansion, into that oneness of a powerful and new reality that we have never experienced from way lifetimes ago, from Lemuria, when angels and men and we were all as one, and we're traveling back to that. So a powerful day. Hidden realms. We've got help, we've got support. Don't go into battle with anything on the outside world. Call in our angels, call in our guides, call in the galactic masters of light, call in the star beings of light. Whoever you feel connected with. We're moving into an energy of the Pleiades as well. I'm feeling the Pleiades coming through. So these beings are powerful healers. So energy that we may not see with our eyes, they are there if you close your eyes and look through your mind's eye, and if you've got clairvoyance, you will see them all around, and they are all around us. I see them all the time. And then we have the light codes. So these light codes are coming in, plugging us in to our monad, to our soul monad. We're being plugged in, and allow these light codes to come in and not get caught up in our shadow. The Ascended Masters. There we are. Feel this card. Feel the light from this card. Feel the power from this card as the Ascended Masters. A guiding Ascended Masters is Jesus, Kuan Yin, of whoever you feel. Mary Magdalene has just stepped forward, bringing a rose and placing it in our hearts. A 12-petaled rose within our hearts, a golden rose, opening up. And we have the guardians and eternal union. Wonderful. So regardless of what's going on, know that, and look, she has her hand placed on his heart. The sacred union, the eternal union, new love forming, a new love for ourselves. And then it becomes a new love that enters our life. Lead the way, and there we have the star of Sirius right above there, right above this beautiful stag. Light your own path. Light your own path. Lead the way. Feel the energy of stepping into your vision, stepping into that beautiful vision in your imagination. That is God. Our imagination is God. And as we imagine, we feel it, we hear, we see things playing out in our lives. And that is us sending that energy, sending those visions forward. Soul fragments. We're bringing every fragmented piece of our soul back into this time. We're owning who we are. We are opening up from that shell of being in the dark and the uncomfortableness of trying to fit in. We are opening up now and flowering. And then the birth of creation. There you go. There's that shell. There's that light that we are within it that's going to burst open. We've kept ourselves in uncomfortable cycles, uncomfortable patterns, uncomfortable concepts, perceptions. And as we burst out of that, we go into that higher consciousness, that expansion of divinity, of who we truly are. We're all one. So I'm sending so much love, and thank you for listening, and I send you so much love and healing for whatever you may be facing at this time. And if you are sailing through, beautiful, wonderful. If you're not, that is perfect. That is perfect. We're all shifting in our own unique way. I'm sending so much love. And thank you for listening. God bless. Thank you.